It is very important to know that the nakshatras, which are 27 in number, you have to know the fundamental of these, so that when you are going deep into the Jyotisha or you just want to know what the nakshatra, you have a deep idea about them. First of all, nakshatra is a Sanskrit word which is made up of na means no, na plus chatra, that does not decay or move or doesn't. It is like something that remains despite everything. So nakshatras, there are two things. There are some group of stars or constellations of stars in the sky which are linked with the nakshatras. But the real thing is the nakshatras are the zones in the sky or some areas in the sky. So whole sky is divided into 27 parts. Why? Because the moon or the Chandra takes around 27 days. That is around 27.3 days to complete that whole cycle, and in each of that zone the moon stays for a day. That is the reason it is called like the moon has 27 wives. The time that moon stays in a nakshatra, that is the nakshatra zone or the area, and these areas are given the names, they are given some energies, there are some devatas or deities associated with them. So the main idea is that these fixed zones in the sky, they are fixed, they will not change. They are same with us, they will be same after like 10,000 years, and even 10,000 years ago they were the same. So these are some concrete solid or strong points which we can rely on for the calculations that we are doing. So these are like the solid points. So fixed zones in the sky are called the nakshatras, that does not change or does not decay. That is the literal meaning of nakshatra. Now they are 27. The first nakshatra is the, let me show, it is the Ashwini nakshatra. Now these are the nakshatras. Then it is the Bharani. Ashwini means one that looks like a horse head, kind of that horse shape. Ashwini, that is the thing. Now Bharani is like the bomb or shape of that bomb or the garba, that is like three stars that make that downward shape, that is the Bharani. Then Kritika, it's like a sharp sword or Kritika that cuts through. That is, these are like literal meaning given to them. There are some properties associated with them, some stars, the shapes and all those things. Now the most important thing is like these nakshatras also have four divisions. Like these nakshatras are further divided into four padas or four divisions. Here if you look at this Ashwini nakshatra, then or the Revati nakshatra, then you see this is 1 2 3 4. Now some vija aksharas or some sounds are linked with them. Here you see du, tha, za, nya. Now when a jatak or a person is born, and you look at the nakshatra that jatak is born, and you also look at the pada, the time, the degree that person is born. Now that is the word that will decide that person's name. I mean, that will be the first syllable or the first word of that person's name. That is the meaning of these four padas. Now there are rashis, as you know. Here is the Mesha Rashi, Vrishabh Rashi. Within a Rashi is 30 degree, and a nakshatra is smaller than that. It is 13, 13 degree and 20 minutes. Now, what is minutes? A degree is made up of 60 minutes, the rotations. So if it is 30 degree, 13 degree and 20 minutes, that means the accuracy is so accurate. They have even calculated to that 20 degree. That is the accuracy of these calculations and these divisions in the sky. These are very old calculations. Now if we count up them, that will make the whole circle like 360 degree. Now within a Rashi there are around 2.25 nakshatras. If you look here in the Mesha Rashi, here you can see it is Ashwini, it is the Bharani, and let me see if there is one more, and a little part of Kritika as well. So you can see there are around two and something Rashis nakshatras in a Rashi. Now, I told you like there are 4 divisions in a nakshatra. Now, nakshatras have a Swami, a Graha Swami. So, the Ashwini nakshatra has Ketu, and the deity associated with this is the Ashwini Kumara. Now, when a person is born, we look at the position of the Chandra. Here, if you look, this is the Chandra. These are the Rahu Ketu, the intersection points. Right now, the don't look at the like the Panchang right now. I'm just looking at the diagram. It is in the Sinha Rashi, and the nakshatra. Let me see. It is the Maga Nakshatra. So it is the Ketu. Swami. Ketu is the Swami. So when a person is born at this time, the Dasha of the Ketu, the Mahadasha under the Vishwantri Dasha will start. Where is the Ketu Dasha? Let me look for the Ketu Dasha. Here is the Ketu Dasha, and that Ketu Dasha will go on for 7 years. Now we have to look where exactly the moon was. We have to look for the Pada 1, 2, 3, 4. If 2 are gone, that means half the Dasha, Mahadasha is gone. If it just started, then the whole Dasha is left. If it is about to end, that means the Dasha is about to end. Now after this Ketu Dasha, the next Dasha will be Shukra Dasha, that will be very long, 20 years. Now within a Dasha, let me show you some more Dashas. Within a Dasha, we have the Antardashas. Here, within the Rahu Mahadasha, we have the Antardashas of all these 9 Grahas again. They repeat. The proportion remains the same. Here the Rahu is 15% of the 120 years, the Vishwantri Dasha. Again here, if we look at the Antardasha, Antardasha is further split into 9 parts. All the Grahas will repeat. Now within all these Antardashas, there will be again 999 Pratyantardashas. And within those Pratyantardashas, there will be again 999 Suksham Dashas. And within Suksham Dashas, there will be 99 Suksham Dasha, then this is the Pran Dasha, then again 999, that is the Deha Dasha. That goes up to like seconds. So when you have to look at the life of some person and you have to make some critical decisions like regarding the education, marriage, good and bad times, then this Vishwantri Dasha will be crucial, but you have to understand like where that Jatak was born, what was the position of the Chandra in the Rashi, in the Nakshatra, and who was the Swami of that very Nakshatra, and that Dasha follows. So that is some idea about the Nakshatras and the things associated with this. A lot of things are looked at when you decide Muhurta, Panchang, and all these things are looked at. Nakshatra is very important. It is as important as the Rashi because these are the sthira, means stable things. They do not change. They stays the same. Rashi will stay the same, mean the location. The grahas will move around. They will take their rounds. Some move very fast, some move slow. Moon takes around 27 days, to cross the whole Rashi Chakra. But for Surya, it is around 365 days, a complete year. And for the Shani, which is very slow, it is around 30 years, 29.5 years. So everybody has different speeds, but these Rashi Chakra, they will remain the same, and these Nakshatras will remain the same. Now there are a lot of things that you can look over here. Now when someone has to make a match for the marriage, we look at the type of these things. Now these nakshatras, we have further given them these things. Nakshatra, if you look at the Mrigshira nakshatra, let me show you. It is falling under the Madhya Nadi. There are 3 types of Nadi: Antaya Nadi, Madhya Nadi, and Adhya Nadi. Where is the Adhya Nadi? Here is the Adhya Nadi. These are the 3 type of Nadis. When we have to make a match, we look at the type of Nadi. It should be different. If it is the same Nadi, then it will be the Nadi dosha. The nakshatra is important when you are making a match. Now again, the things that we look for is the yoni linked with the nakshatra, the type of the animal or type of the sexual orientation, what kind of person that will be. Here the mrikshira will be a sarpa. The nature will be like a serpent or a snake. Again, here is the Ghana. What kind of inner nature is it? Is it Deva mean God type, Manushya means human type, Rakshas mean demon type? When making a match, we look for all the combinations. All the combinations will work, but a combination of Deva with the Rakshas will not work. That will be a uh, conflict. And here, the regarding the Yoni, same can be okay. I mean, a Sarpa with the Sarpa will work, but if they are enemy, Kutta, dog, and snake, if we look for them, some of them are enemies of each other. We can figure it out. Like some animals are not friends with other. So if it is an enemy Yoni, then it will be a bad match. It will be a ego clash. Then here is the Varna. There are four Varnas: Vaishya, Brahman, Shudra, Kshatriya. Now every combination will work. The one where the girl's Varna is above the boy, that will be a conflict. Now here is the nature of the person born in those nakshatras. If someone is born in the Rohini nakshatra, then that means a growing mindset. Person is not like stable at current situation. They want to grow and grow. Further, there are the energies associated with these nakshatras types. Here this nakshatra is Shubh, means it is good for things like marriage and all those occasions where we don't need like the kind of cruel nakshatras. Here, if you look at this nakshatra Bharni, this is both cruel and sharp, Tikshan and Krur. Sometimes, for some kind of occasions, we need a kind of nakshatra that is very sharp, fierce. So this is that type. So this is much about the nakshatras. Nakshatras are the fixed, zoned in the sky. They are 27, and moon stays in a nakshatra for a day. That is the whole idea behind the nakshatras. And nakshatras plays a prominent role in the Jyotisha, and understanding them deeply with this kind of diagrams is really helpful. And also one more thing, under a nakshatra we have four padas or four zones, and they match perfectly with the Navanch in a Rashi. I mean, a Rashi is further split into 9 parts, and each one is given a Rashi. That is done for making matchmaking, marriage, and all those things. This is a perfect match. I mean, they are 108. These padas combined padas in 27 nakshatras, 4 each, will be 108, and 9 Navanch in 12 Rashis will be 108. That is equal to the Japamala. So this is the fundamental idea, and this is the Earth in the center, in the observation center, and this is the Rashi Chakra where all the grahas rotate around. And if you see over here, all the grahas are in the one side, in the one hemisphere, and this side is empty. So this is the Kala Sarpa Yoga as well at this moment. So that is much about the nakshatras. Thank you.